I've grown up an athlete, so I feel like I've always dealt with pain and injuries. Postpartum with my daughter, I was experiencing things that I had never experienced before, even playing collegiate volleyball. I was feeling pain down the whole right side of my leg, and I feel like it really was the cherry on top when I was trying to go to yoga and just finding that I could not balance on my right side. I knew this wasn't normal. And at that point I had found Dr. Kohen and had expressed to him just how frustrated I was with my lack of balance and where some of my pain was coming from, and how it was even translating up into like my arm and my shoulder. At that point it was like impacting my ability to be a mom and hold my kid and be able to do the things I love, like work out and do yoga. Upon visiting Dr. Kohen, I knew right away this was a different experience. Again, coming from someone who is a former D1 athlete and has seen a lot of different doctors and a lot of different practices and fields for a lot of different ailments and injuries that I have, I knew that that initial visit was going to sell me. There was a very thorough analysis of what I was going through, a lot of questions before we just jumped into treatment. We would really focus on how we were going to help some of that immediate pain through things like fascia release. But my favorite part is that we would do a lot of exercises that were intended to really help me long term, because we would practice those exercises in the treatment, but then it was my job to go home and really progress on doing those treatments. Almost immediately, I'd say within 3 or 4 sessions, a lot of that pain that I had felt in my leg postpartum was pretty much alleviated, which is amazing, not only physically, but mentally. Like for me, working out has always been such an outlet, and especially postpartum, it's like the 1 hour a day that I have that's for myself that I feel like makes me a better mom. And when I couldn't really do that, I felt like it was a really big struggle for me. So not only was it amazing to feel better physically, but I feel like alleviating that pain gave me so much more back mentally too. Dr. Kohen puts the ball back in your court in terms of really being your own coach and educating yourself, because within that first session, there was so many things I learned about my body and how to really approach recovery like I had never done before. And I think that's so important to get out of a doctor, that someone who's not just helping you and not just giving you the answers to the math test, but showing you how to actually do the math equation so that you can go home and do it on your own. A doctor who can give you the tools to go home and continue progressing on your journey to feel your best, I think is a very priceless experience. I would definitely recommend any individual to come see Dr. Kohen if you feel like you've just checked so many boxes and feel like none of it's working for you and you're starting to feel just helpless and hopeless. There is another option out there for sure.